by Real. From the Charlotte Hornets at 6'3", Baron Davis. At 6'11" from the Indiana Pacers, Jonathan Bender. At 6'6" from the Los Angeles Clippers, Corey Maggette. From the Seattle Supersonics at 6'7", Desmond Mason. From the Utah Jazz at 6'5", Deshaun Stevenson. And at 6'10" from the Vancouver Grizzlies, Stromile Swift. Let's hear it for the 2001 contestants in the NBA.com Slam Dunk, presented by Real.
As I said, a very young field. The winner will go home with $25,000. Second place worth $15,000. Third place, $10,000. And don't forget to log on to NBA.com or America Online. Keyword NBA.com to cast your vote for the champion of the NBA.com Slam Dunk presented by Real. And once again, a distinguished panel of judges, including Hall of Famers Nate Tiny Archibald, David Thompson, Julius Erving, and our TNT colleagues Danny Ainge, Kenny Smith. And once again, we have the microphones on Kenny and Danny. Guys, what are you looking for in this field?
I'm going for Deshaun Stevenson. If he can pull off the off-the-heezy fasheezy dunk that he described to me, I'm going with him.
How can you go for him? We haven't even seen a dunk.
No, but I talked with all of them. I talked with all of them.
You're a judge. But no, I really was looking for the swagger right now. I want to see who was really confident. They're young. These guys have never dunked in front of this many people when you're by yourself, and they didn't seem confident. So I'm not sure who's going to be.
And they weren't warming up very hard. There was nobody sweating.
There's nobody sweating. This is different. This is very different.
Azar, last year we saw Kenny Smith as a very difficult judge. High standards. You think he will change?
The Russian judge.
Yeah. Kenny, do you change your standards for this particular field?
No, not at all. You got to bring your game, not your name, because I'm coming here. I want to see everything that you have all out.
I'm just glad there's no North Carolina players playing here, so it can be fair.
Then that would be a biased opinion, no question.
All right, here's Baron Davis, who has emerged as the favorite out of UCLA. Remember the Charlotte Hornets, who has really come on in this his second season. All right, Baron Davis up first.
Well, that's not too simple. It was a perfect pass, but he just jumped so high anywhere around the rim. That's a dunk.
Yeah, the reason I gave him a higher score, I would have gave him an 8, but the height at which he threw the alley-oop to himself made it a little more difficult.
And it was a perfect on the first try.
Perfect on the first try. Yeah, no baseball strike stuff. None of that.
Well, an impressive number for Baron Davis. Gets 9 across the board for a 45 total.
Yeah.
It's been a difficult time for Baron. A week ago, his father died of a heart attack at the age of 50. Baron, raised by his grandparents in Santa Monica, California. He and his dad had just begun to patch up their relationship. Baron said they were becoming real close the past couple of years.
Surprised he's recovered as well as he has from that knee surgery, and obviously a terrific season thus far for the Charlotte Hornets. They've got him on the floor almost 40 minutes a game, so obviously Paul Silas feels very good about this young man's play.
Hey, Mom, last year he asked me to put him to say that he should be in the dunk contest. I went to a practice. After practice, Larry Bird made him dunk from the free throw line for me to try to get him in last year. So we'll see what he can do now.
All right, that's Jonathan Bender with the windmill attempt.
See, Kenny, that, you can get away with a miss, which is okay, but, that's just not warming up. The guy can do that dunk 9 out of 10 times, but he's just not loose yet.
He has no sweat right now. I don't know anybody who can do it without a sweat.
Well, there it is, Kenny. There's one that can do it without a sweat.
But the second try, though.
Second try.
Judge the first dunk.
We're judging on the first dunk, ladies and gentlemen. So if we're judging on that first dunk, I have to go low.
He missed it. You got to go low.
Actually, you are only entitled to one dunk at a time. I don't know if there was a warm-up on the part of Jonathan Bender.
He called do-over, Marv. I say it all the time.
Playing by his own rules.
Is that a mulligan?
Yes. Well, no one wanted to tell him to get off the court.
That'll be good for his confidence anyway. He'll get another chance. That one won't count if he has 2 good dunks. He better bring out his best one next time, though, Kenny.
He's got to bring it all because right now, no one's really showing the enthusiasm and getting the crowd involved right now. We need somebody to get this crowd on his feet. There it is. This might be it. This might be it. This might be it.
You know, one thing I'm noticing on Corey Maggette right there, looks like he has a tearaway jersey right there. Have you noticed that? There's holes in the side like Velcro.
I think I know where that comes from. I think I know where the ball is going to be hitting in there. He's going to have to pull it out sometime.
I think he's going to go up, dunk, tear the jersey off at the same time.
Corey Maggette, a little flip. Oh, and he puts it down with help from teammate Quentin Richardson.
Hey, I'm going with you, baby. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
I've got to talk to Alvin Gentry about Clipper practices. I mean, how much time do you have to work on somersaults in practice?
That's impressive right there, though, Ken. I don't know many NBA players that can do that.
No,
but the dunk was only an 8. The flip was a 10.
The flip was a 10.
That's why I'm giving him a 9.
I remember Michael Finley tried to do a cartwheel dunk one time. Hands on, he did a halfway cartwheel. That was a real gymnastic flip right there.
He's like, he should be in one of those, the Bud Light dunkers.
And you know what? The thing
Daredevil.
about it, after you come down out of that flip, the energy to go back up, that's where you get the 10 at.
Oh, come on, Kenny. The dunk was an 8.
All right, Darius Miles enjoying that dunk by teammate Corey Maggette. Let's go to Craig.
Well, Corey, the dunk is one thing, but as a former Willie the Wildcat, I was impressed with the flip. How do you practice things like that?
You know, I was just practicing at home, trying some different dunks, and man, I just figured I had to get some creativity. I had to try it, and, you know, I guess it went through.
Danny was expecting something from you. Also mentioned, looked like you had a tearaway jersey on. Is that something you have planned for later?
Yeah, I got that planned for later. So, you know, I'm going to hold that up and show you the next dunk I'm going to do.
How about a backflip?
Oh, I ain't going to do that one yet. I might bring it out if I get in the second round.
All right, thanks a lot. Back tomorrow.
Well, the judges liked it, as you saw. A minimum of 1 dunk in the first round must involve a teammate. So Corey Maggette combining with Quentin Richardson. So Maggette with a 46. Aaron Davis opening with a 45.
You know, you never asked me. We heard Kenny's pick.
Yeah.
We heard Danny. You never asked me who I thought was going to win.
I don't see that question coming.
We'll ask you, Mike. Who's going to win?
Well, I don't see it coming.
Thanks for asking, Danny.
Hey, I think me and Tiny Archibald's scores are mixed. I gave him a 10, and it said 8 on the thing, so our scores are mixed up. I like that dunk. So I gave that a 10.
I would be embarrassed to admit that I gave that a 10.
Yeah, that was a 10.
All right, here's Desmond Mason of the Seattle Supersonics, rookie from Oklahoma State, first-round pick of the Sonics. Oh, Mason tried to put it between the legs.
Oh, he attacked the front of the rim.
There's another guy. No sweat.
Yeah, you got to get loose. You got to get loose to try that the first dunk without sitting on the bench.
Oh, my goodness.
That's kind of like the first pitch from Ryan Duran coming out of the bullpen years ago.
Ryan Duran.
He can make that dunk, though.
He can make it easily if he was sweating.
I agree.
The czar with a sense of history. Quoting.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do like Coach used to do in practice. Everybody take 3 laps and come back in. Get ready to practice. You're not ready to practice yet. That's what Coach Vitello used to do when